Hi, let me introduce myself. My name is Tokir Khurram. As you can see, my resume is in front of me and I'm building my resume. WhatsApp mobile number, I have my WhatsApp mobile number here. You're welcome to add me to your WhatsApp. I use this mobile number for my family and friends worldwide, and it's always with me. This is my email ID, which is now my personal email ID. I have made my own business email ID for this work also with Tom. Uh, so, which is now this is here is my Tokir KH uh, Skype ID. I live in Shemane Iqbal in Lahore, in Pakistan. Lahore is the second largest city in Pakistan, and Shemane Iqbal is one of like suburban areas in Lahore. It's located on the outskirts of Lahore, so it's a very good, nice place, a peaceful place to live there, and I really enjoy my stay here in Chamonix Iqbal because it's pollution free and it's very green. So, without further ado, let's explore what my resume is. Basically, I was born in Lahore. I'm a Pakistani and I was born in Lahore. When I was three, my parents took me to Saudi Arabia and I grew up in Saudi Arabia. I lived there for like 25 years. For quite some time. That's quite some time. At the age of 20, 21, I finished my education, my schooling, and my college, and went to university in Turkish Republic of North Cyprus to get study computer engineering. So uh, after studying computer engineering, I came back to Saudi Arabia and did my MCSE, which is Microsoft certification for systems engineering. So my background is basically IT, but I have worked in content writer, as a researcher, and all those things. I really enjoy writing also, but I enjoy IT also. I like to code also. So I'm very good at WordPress, Joomla. I've worked on Joomla and I've worked on Drupal also at the same time. So this is, as you can see, that my resume is quite diverse. You can see that I can do editing, web copy. I've done web copywriting, SEO writer. I've been an SEO writer and a blogger. I'm still blogger. I'm still a blogger at and a researcher also. I'm starting my own blog just to have an account. I'm starting my own blog called datacock.com. So that would be a side work on the weekends. So I'm an IT professional, a webmaster. I have done technical writing also for a company in Pakistan. So I've worked in many Middle East and South Asian countries, companies, and countries also. So I have a strong professional background in SEO writing and information technology and business. I have a total experience of 18 years, almost more than 18 years for information technology, and approximately 8 years of experience in SEO content writing. Uh, I am also a member of AWA, copywriting program, which is an American writers and uh, uh, artists incorporated for copywriting program. They had a very good program on copywriting, so I joined them and I just learned quite a lot about copywriting, how the words are used to attract people attention, and how to sell things on by writing. These are my blogs or the writings, web writings, which I have done. My web write-ups, which is more over technical side on the IT side. The future of self-driven buses is on AI, which I done for Scott MX, which is Scott MX. Basically, if you don't know, Scott MX is a very big figure, a very big spokesperson in the IT industry. So I was working as a ghostwriter for him. I've worked for TechGenix also, which is a very high PA site, and I've written this article or a blog for this TechGenix, which explains some of the problems which I've had a project with CalSoft, and I worked in a bank, so they had this problem which has just worked on that. So uh, basically, it was not the bank problem was written here. In the this one. So these are all the articles. This is a wireless flea problem, which is basically like this problem was like a flea. So with the company which I was working in, so we had to just like uh, do for 3 days and nights. I have to work for that to find the troubleshoot it. I was working on the network also at that time as a network administrator. So these are one of some of my accounts of how I've been through doing things on the IT part of the companies. Now this is here I have I worked. I started in 2000 with Saudi Aramco. Uh, while I was doing my MCSE, I found a job as an IT professional. I worked uh, as a help desk agent in Saudi Aramco in Saudi Arabia. After that, I found a job in Al Tawaki Group and as a network administrator. Then I went on, came back to Pakistan in Karachi and OnWire. I worked for OnWire as an IT trainer in Microsoft. After that, I just had an interview uh, with mm, Microsoft. I had an interview with Microsoft Arabia in Dubai. They were looking for some Microsoft professionals for uh, Microsoft professionals for their project in Dubai. So I cleared that interview. I went to Dubai and worked there. It was a CalSoft project, which was a partner of Microsoft. They were gold certified partner for Microsoft. After that, I had a project in Sultan Qaboos University in Oman also, and it was like for a few months. Uh, Another project I did was in Karachi in Crescent Bank, where I found a lot of viruses because it was a domain upgrade project. Basically, they had a workstations, a lot of them Microsoft workstation running on Windows, and we installed Active Directory and upgraded all the computers. So there were quite a lot of problems we resolved also, me and my team. So that was an IT work also. In Imanami also I worked as a technical support engineer, so troubleshooting problems for Imanami softwares. After that, I joined Writer Bay. I just started to explore my work for online work. I mean, I started to work online with the different companies. So I just found a job with writerspay.com as an academic writer, and it was very interesting. Uh, and I just really enjoyed my work over there. After that, I uh, discovered SEO content writing. So I was very curious about that. So I've joined my one of my friends' organization, Course of Sandalia. The person who owned this was basically Adnan. His name was Adnan. So I think he's still running this company. So they had a website called ES Shirts. It was a project from Hong Kong. So I worked for them as a content writer and a blogger. Then this is CoreTMX. This is CoreTMX site also, which I've just mentioned. And then I worked for Writing for Money. So these are all internet related jobs which I was doing. So I did for some work for Punch.cool also, for Blue Group of Companies as SEO, content writer, blogger, editor, and I just worked for the One Spy at the same time. So actually, there was a writer inside of me. I was an IT professional, but there was a writer inside of me which started to come out, and but I miss my IT also. So I just started to learn. I just uh, I started to learn about web development, like coding HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, PHP. So that also sparked my interest also. But most especially, I just wanted to work on WordPress. I just built my a few months ago. I just built my one of my websites, which is let me show you if I can open it. It's called bigbuyshere.com. Uh, bigbuyshere.com, and I just built my website. This one, yeah, this one on WordPress. So it's a complete e-commerce website which is integrated with AliExpress. It is also integrated with with um with uh, to checkout, and is also integrated with Payoneer.com for payments. So it's a complete solution I did for one of my uncles in Saudi Arabia. I made this site for my with the help of my uncle because he sponsored everything. So that was I built all the development work was done by me. So it's I'm very proud of it, and more of it is this is my social media profile. I've worked for Technosoft also. Here, just want to mention that also as a technical content writer. So I was also involved in coding and apps. They were developing in Technosoft. Basically, Technosoft was a healthcare company, and at the same time, I just uh, this is as a content writer and SEO content writer. I just learned a lot about SEO. So I've learned a lot about SEO. I don't call myself as a fully fledged SEO, but I know a lot about SEO and how it works. So I've been through writing. This is I've been a writer. I can write on any topic. Very good skills. I have very good research skills, and I can write almost on any topic which is grammatical, which is free from grammatical mistakes or anything like that. So copywriting, also academic writing, content writing. Now I've also worked on operating systems, and it's not just like using them. I can install, configure, I can modify, I can do all sorts of things with deeply, which can be done with operating systems from DOS to Windows 10 and servers, Windows servers, and I also had some worked on some system technologies also, like Active Directory, like Microsoft Exchange, different versions of Microsoft Exchange. I've worked on them also. DNS and DHCP, all these are softwares by Microsoft. These are Microsoft technologies. So I've worked on them, and during my IT career, which I've done in Saudi Arabia and in Pakistan also. So, and Dubai and in Oman also at the same time. Antiviruses, I have worked with a lot of antiviruses. I still can work with any antivirus or any software which I have to work on. So that's a lot of experience on different kinds of software. I can work with browsers to a very advanced level. Now this here I like to mention that I'm very good at these also, like coding, which is related with web development, the basics of web development to advanced level. So these are some of the software that I like to mention that I've worked with. So this is also my content management system which I worked with, like WordPress, Drupal, and Joomla, as I have mentioned before. Here are my certification. I have MCSD. I have done certifications in HTML5, CSS3, JavaScript, which is MCP basically. So I've done MCSE completely, and after that I've mentioned my degree. So this is my introduction about how I have done these things. So basically, when I went to Dubai and Oman, I came back to Karachi, and after that, coming back to Karachi, I came back to Lahore. So since then, I've been in Lahore and working for with internet technologies. After working in Emanami, I've worked with different technologies uh, in on the internet. So I have a lot of experience on that. So I think I'm a good candidate for this job, and I really look forward, and I'm really excited to work with you as Tom.